All right, so after my first video about how to avoid wasting time looking for jobs, I thought about a couple things, other things, like how people will treat you and sometimes how people will try to waste all of your time. They think that because you're unemployed, you have tons of time. Now, you do have time, but some people who are unemployed decide they're going to go into business. Some people decide to go back for some level of education. And it doesn't even have to be, oh, I'm going back to school. It can be, I'm taking some professional courses because then I want to do something in business. I want to, start my own business. You could become a coach. You could become a salesperson in a different way than you've done something before, and not necessarily go and work for someone else. You could start your own company. And, whenever you're doing something in business, you are in sales no matter what. So it's just been funny, though, how people, and, I get it. Your friends are well meaning, they want to spend time with you. That's great. But that's another thing. You have to strategically limit your time with friends, plan it. You want to see all your friends still. In fact, I mean, a good part of this, though, is if you have retired friends or friends who are stay-at-home moms or just friends who have an alternate schedule, it could be great to not be employed because then you don't have to worry about the 9 to 5 grind and, oh, then I got to see my friends at night or on the weekend or whatever, because then you can plan it during the week, which is kind of cool because it has been cool for me at least. But again, you have to be concerned about how much time people will, I don't want to say take advantage because that's not maybe the right phrase, because they're your friend, not trying to take advantage of you in a, intentionally. So let's put it that way. They might just monopolize your time because they think that you have time. So you have to set up boundaries and just, again, make sure that they know that number one, you have a job search to do. So you're doing that every day. So that's part of your schedule. Again, maybe you're taking different classes and courses or online things or whatever it is. That's taking up your time. You are probably going out and networking in different ways. Or if you are starting your own business, that's going to take an exponential amount of your time. So this just has to be briefly explained. You don't have to sit there and tell them a year-long story about what you're doing, but let them know there's a boundary. I think family and friends can try to monopolize your time, or my goodness, I mean, thankfully, I don't have tons of brothers and sisters or people in my family who need childcare. Because that's another thing. They might think that all of a sudden you are free to be their babysitter. No, no, that's not the case. That's not the truth. And yeah, just don't let people start utilizing you and monopolizing your time for free and asking you to do things that maybe they didn't ask you to do before because now they think that you have time. So no, don't do that. And like I said, I'm not editing any of these videos, just so you know, so all the coughs, sneezes, whatevers, and mistakes are going to remain. So that was another thing that I decided to do to not waste my time, was to record on Zoom. And that's another thing too. Like, sure, do I have, I don't know if you can even see this. I have a microphone. I don't care. I could plug that in and try to use it. It records okay enough. I have other lavalier mics too. I have all kinds of things that could probably help me record better. And I have lighting. I do have my LED lights on and could probably record better with that too. Again, don't care. I'm recording these on Zoom. And I'm just putting up videos because I want to talk to people out there online. And I want to help others in my age range, the 50 plus. You could even be 40 plus. I'm not, there's plenty of people out there watching all of those different 50 plus, 60, 70, 80-year-olds. I mean, sometimes I think there's one channel with this dude. I think he's like an 80-year-old grandpa. and I've watched them before. So there's people of all ages that are being viewed on YouTube, and they're just having a conversation, and they're just helping some people out with what they're saying, or they're just chit-chatting or whatever. So if you're thinking about doing it, yes, start. But that's not what this video is about. This is about how, yes, how to draw boundaries and not have people waste your time. And it's not that you're being mean and you're not trying to judge other people too for maybe asking you for some help. And I'm not saying don't help people either. It's not like all of a sudden you're going to stop helping people. If you were the person who helped people before you were when you were employed, yes, of course you're going to remain that person, but you're not going to become more that person. I apologize if you hear construction noises because there's construction going on across the street at a house and there's nothing I can do about it. So you're going to hear those noises. So just do yourself a favor when you are in your job search or in the beginnings of starting your business or whatever it is that you're doing now that you're unemployed, currently unemployed, don't let the creep happen where people monopolize your time. People want more of your time. People accuse you or say, well, you've got nothing to do. I mean, if someone around you starts saying stuff like that, back away from that person immediately and don't even be around that person. That is negativity that you do not need. You don't need to be discouraged. You also don't need someone being, like I said, that negative like that. And actually, that's just downright mean that now that, you know, you're unemployed, you have all the time in the world and you're not doing anything. Nothing could be further from the truth. They don't know what you're doing inside your house. They don't know what you're doing with your time. So, you know, that can be, sometimes that can come more from family maybe, or that could be the attitude. And quite frankly, it's none of their business, but it's also, there's an old like Wayne Dyer saying, sorry, I'm coughing today and I have no water. It was, it's none of my business what you think about me. And that was kind of a great twist when I heard it. And I heard this like way back when he was still alive and he was doing things. And I'm not saying go out and watch all of Wayne Dyer stuff because I don't subscribe to those types of gurus anymore. But the man had one line and it was a good one. And again, it's none of my business what you think about me. So I am so sorry. I will have water next time. Just don't think about what other people are thinking about you. Don't listen to what other people are offering up about you, your job search, your life, your lifestyle now that you're unemployed. If they have jobs to send you, legit ones, great. That's a part of your job search that they can be involved in, is sending you some jobs. But at the same time, that doesn't need to be their part-time job, but also some people can try to be extra helpful and they're too helpful, and then they just bombard you with too much stuff, and you have to ask them to back off. And that's another thing too. I've kind of had to stop some people and draw a boundary and just be like, you know what? Super thankful that you're forwarding me this or giving me this, but it's too overwhelming to get this avalanche of stuff on top of all of the stuff that I'm looking at. So draw the boundaries that you need. It's important. It's important for your well-being, your mental health, to stay with the job search, to stay motivated. You're going to have to. And it's also important for you to still spend time with your friends, spend the proper amounts of times with your friends. And now, like I said, once I had an alternate schedule and I wasn't working every day, my friends who weren't working every day, then we were able to get together during the week sometimes. And it's not like it take a whole day. They don't have time. They have families too. They have work to do. They have things to do, but it's just on an alternate schedule. So, you know, we might take a couple hours out of the morning or the day to go have a coffee, go have a lunch, a breakfast, whatever. And obviously, yes, you're unemployed, so you're not spending all your money going out with everybody, but and you can do free things with your friends too. So that's none of that's the point. The point is to draw proper boundaries but also keep yourself spending time with these people. They're your friends. You want to spend time with them. But, and family too, keep spending time with your family. Don't isolate. I mean, I think that's what I'm really talking about. Life hasn't changed. You just happen to not have a job at the moment. That's all that means. And I know some people will start treating you differently or being weird around you, and that's them. I mean, whatever. I I did get constantly asked by a certain family member all the time that I would see them, "Oh, what's going on with the jobs? What's going on?" When I have a job, I will tell you. Like, there's nothing to tell, and I also don't want to have to go to every single person that I'm hanging out with to tell them how my job search is going or not going. Like, it's so boring. It's like, oh, well, I go on job boards every day, or I go look at this, or I go do that, or I go to this event, or I whatever. Whoopee. Like, I don't, it's everybody today who's an adult knows what a job search is and what job search is like. So it's not some special story I'm telling you. I'm not giving you any special information. So why every time I see you, do I need to give you a job search update? Is basically, yes, I've been doing one. I'm I'm looking for jobs all the time, but it's, I don't know. I guess they want to report because they have concerns. But, again, none of my business. I also don't care. I don't care. I have to live my life. I'm an adult. I'm over 50, okay? And if I was editing the video, I would insert the Sally O'Malley I'm 50 high kicking, whatever clip, which is not going to be inserted here. So just draw the boundaries. Don't give a crap about what other people think about you because you have to live your life. They're not living it. They're not paying your bills. So it's none of their business what you're doing. And if you need help, yeah, be real with the people that you know you can trust. And there are some friends who are more like acquaintances. Maybe you don't trust them with as much stuff, or you just don't tell them details because then they over dramatize things or they over help and they get, they have like an anxious helping, which you don't need. You don't need anybody anxious around you. You want calm, you want collected, you want logical. You want real solid help. If someone's going to help you, you need real job leads, not, oh, here's a dump of a big job board, or, oh, I think I heard maybe there's this thing over here. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. So just go to the right people. Go to the right friends for help if you do need help. But if not, just keep to yourself. Just keep to yourself. Do the things that you like. Still have a social life. Don't isolate. And that's all I can say in this video. So I hope something that I've babbled about in this video helped you. And just, keep yourself up. Don't get depressed and isolated or discouraged. It's all going to work out. It always does. I mean, I get it though. Like when we're over 50, it's harder because there is age discrimination, and I don't have time to address that in this video, but it happens and we know it's real and we just have to live through it. But there are jobs that are hiring. There are places that hire people over the age of 50. I swear. I know there's people employed over the age of 50 for crying out loud. So don't worry and just, remain calm and logical about things. And I think that's it for now because, of course, I'm going to start coughing again and we don't want that. So, yes, over 50 peeps, stay positive, and I will talk to you again soon.